Hello world, we're live. It's me, the Jcrow, and today we're in Adobe Photoshop looking at some AUs. We're collecting AUs. I will explain once we get into the video. 3, 2, 1, canvas reveal. I started a little wonky chibi base. We need to make that a little bit better, which we'll be doing now. So, we're using Eden. We're going to be collecting AUs for a little animation meme. I've decided I'm literally a good old, yeah, I've got time. That I'm thinking before I get in the hospital to squeeze in an extra animation meme. Literally me earlier today. I have time? Yeah. So it's going to be using Eden. I'm thinking of using other characters too if I can get them in there. But I need 10 costumes, 10 different AU costume themes. I don't think she needs shoes because of the cutoff in the bottom of the video. We do need a little base going, but anything goes. So we've got, you might notice the little Q&A I've put in chat. And that's basically so you have an opportunity to vote for what kind of AU you want to see in there. It will all make sense when you get the video. I don't want to announce it quite yet. Like, I'm definitely working on it. I'm working on storyboards to kind of map out how it's going to look and line up at the moment. But I know I definitely need different AU costumes for Eden for it. I really don't need to be too precious with this. It is just a base, and yet here I am like, it's meant to be chibi. And then I got too detailed with it. But also the wonkiness of the line art is bothering me. So I rescued a baby pigeon yesterday. That was a jumping subject, wasn't it? I found a baby pigeon. So me and Squeaky were walking home, uh, and I just encountered a pigeon on the floor on the street, and I looked at it and I was like, that's not a bird that you usually see around here. What kind of bird is that? Because I like wildlife. And then it clocked pretty fast. I was like, that's a baby pigeon. That's a baby pigeon that's too small to be out of a nest. What's it doing here? It didn't even have tail feathers yet. It still had some little yellow feathers on top of its head. There is pictures of it in the Discord in the animals section if anyone's curious. So there's a Discord invite. There's a link below in the bio. It's mostly an art server, but there's a lot of social too. Yeah. Due to an outbreak of bird flu in the UK, all the wildlife rehab centres and all of the 24-hour vets were turning away birds and said that if I brought it in, it'd have been euthanized. And I was like, absolutely not. But also, I have cats. I can't care for it here as much as I'd love a pet pigeon. Squeaky did some extra research online, reached out to different people, and was able to find a person who was a hobbyist who rehabilitated and helped local British wildlife, things like squirrels as well. And he basically messaged her about it, sent a picture, and was like, listen, you're about 30 minutes from my house. I will walk it if I have to. Bear in mind, it's the middle of the night. Because all the other advice we got from actual wildlife so called safety was put it in a tree. And it's like, listen, it'll get eaten. I'm surrounded by woodland. We see foxes and badgers in the garden nightly. And then during the day, completely overrun with cats. There are so many cats with the neighbors. It didn't stand a chance. Also, when we found it, we didn't even see any adult birds around. Like, the parents weren't even following it. And even if they were, there wasn't really much they could do. The theory is that the gardeners knocked it out of a tree this morning. But it's safe now. Discord votes named it Dimples, so it is called Dimples, and I've been told we will be getting updates by the person that's helping it. She seemed very excited to take on the little baby pigeon. She said it was going to be neighbors with a couple of squirrels that she was currently helping. And she explained how she's already got, like, she talked about the serum that they feed it, like a crop for baby pigeons. It's like a pigeon milk. And I was quite confident that she was actually going to look after it, as opposed to all the wildlife centres that were like, We wouldn't want to risk it because of bird flu. Like, otherwise, this little baby looked perfectly healthy. There was nothing else wrong with it. It was just too small. Uh, Gamma Jack. Okay, so like these Danes, man. These Danes. They need to be safe first, trust me. They need to. It's important, right? Astroblaze, they may have misinterpreted the question. And pray for your safety at the hospital. There's some art in the server. I'll take a little look in a moment. Gotcha Galaxy, hello, you're late? Not really. Uzi, sorry, Carson, Jcrow complains about line art being weird. Also, Jcrow, so I saved a baby pigeon today. Yeah, I could go get a picture of the Discord and bring it in if you want to see Dimples. Gotcha Galaxy, you're on IBIS, the online part of it. Oh, nice. You're drawing Colby. I want to see. Oh, Carson, you've got number one yapper. Nice. Like Cheese mentioned, definitely. Hi, Craiglitch. Welcome. I was just talking about the birds. Magoki, outsider birds scare me. I may never touch them. Why always too precious to accidentally get infected by me? Nisty, you're getting drunk tonight? Are you old enough for that? Aren't you like 3? Thomas, you might draw 2 times sleepy skin. And if you do, have a bunch more of their skins to draw. So you've got a whole list to go through. And Carson wants to see the baby. You want to see the baby bird? You want to see Dimples? I'll go get it off Discord now. Like, I know what you mean. It's like we were very careful bringing the bird in, so it was like we threw like a blanket over it and then put it in a box. And as we came out, I was like, right, I don't know what kind of it might have mites or whatever. It is a wild animal, but it needs help, right? I couldn't leave it there because I knew what would happen to it. I knew that I, as a human being, had the ability to find help for it. And if I left it there, I knew how to catch it. I knew how to try and help it. If I left it there, it'd have gotten eaten by something. I couldn't do that. Um, so we basically cordoned off our living room, kept the cats away, made it very quiet in here, no noise or anything, and just kind of kept it warm and safe until we found it help, which fortunately we were able to get later that night. Okay, animals. Okay, found the right channel. I'm just in the Discord. I'm getting a little picture of Dimples. So he's in a shoe box. It's a baby pigeon. It's not, it was just growing in its feathers. So it's a little bit bald. Behold, if copy and paste wants to work here. Copy and paste, give me little picture of baby Dimples. Behold, pigeon jump scare. It was called Dimples because the box I had said Dimples on it, but that's the pigeon. I don't know if it looks as small as it is because this box is not a shoe box. It's for something else. Um, this pigeon was about the size of your hand. Notice how it doesn't have any tail feathers and it's got like no feathers on the head. And if you look here, not only has it not got feathers grown on the head yet, but in areas like here, you can still see like the yellow fluffy baby feathers. Little guy, so bald. And no tail feathers yet, just tiny baby. I couldn't just leave them. But yeah, they got help now. They're okay. They have a full belly and they're probably warm. Dimples. Dimples for president. It's their gender. What, Dimples? And Gacha Galaxy, you're looking at my profile so you can make a Colby profile pic. What? Would you like a... I can show you a Colby if you like. Oh, I need to plug in my laptop. It's dying. I did not leave it on charge. Okay, so this doesn't need to be precious. I just need it to not be so hideous I don't want to see it. We can leave it at stump feet though, because I don't think she needs feet. I immediately hated how wonky that looked. Do you want to see a reference of Colby? Because I can get it. He's in Discord also. She's got like chibi legs. You know, I can hear myself. I've left my stream open in another window. Now I've got an echo. Has anyone commented any AU favorites yet? I've not checked. Just I don't know. I want to have fingers in case I want to do gloves or details, but also don't want to go crazy. I want to get to the bit where we get to design outfits. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm wondering what the most popular ones will be. I know classic ones include things like coffee shop AUs, right? Gotcha out, so you have an AU. Mochi stars, you've tagged me. Dimples for president. Get rid of Trump. Dimples. Little baby bird. They can beat ski pop. And you just want some inspo. Night Watcher, Jcrow, would you like a story time my traumatic experiences with baby pigeons? You can try, sure. Go ahead. Let me just save this as, I don't know, fit check, I guess. But we can change her hair, we can change her clothes, we need different AUs. And currently we have a horror AU. We have a fix it and a non-despair AUs. I'm assuming that's Danganronpa themed. Modern fantasy, D&D. Danganronpa, yes, and villain. So got a few cool AUs there going already. Where to start? I can show you a Colby real quick, gotcha. Do you want, I mean, if you have Instagram, if you find Jcrow comics, there are a lot of comics on there. But as far as Colby's model sheet goes, that's Colby. Here's a model sheet. A very simple, just a simple turnaround. I like expressions, if you want that. Retry now? What? Gotcha. In my AU, the survivors have a bunch of bandanas in their favorite color, and the infected have navy blue instead of white in the eyes. Craiglitch Jacro, do you know about the Miku song Re Ray now? You can go check. Let's go get it. R Oh, retry. That makes more sense. Oh, Miku. Oh yes, the one where she's like a messed up magical girl. I have seen this one. Okay, which AU should we go for first then? Magoki, 2 to 4 letter acronyms mess me up because you could literally be saying astronomical units. Oh, gold. In the context of art, AUs means alternate reality. So it's like if you've got a favorite character, I don't know. Let's say YO has an anime, and then the anime is just how YO is currently. It'd be like you get popular alternate realities in fan fiction and in art, where it's like a coffee shop AU, and it'll be, oh, it's YO, but he works as a barista. This one is science AU. This is YO, but he's a scientist. This one is where YO is in a zombie apocalypse. Different AUs like that. It's particularly funny, everyone, because YO is a bird. It's a parrot. Um, where to start actually? Like D&D, fantasy, horror. What kind of horror? What kind of horror? We've got a few spooky themes. Mr. Blaze, I'm sure you can pull up some interesting Danganronpa themes as well, unless it's the one that looks like a hamster or the chef one. They're pretty cringe, them characters. Hmm. Oh, you did not know it. Oh, you got a picture of the Mega cosplayer? That's so fun. Oh, and Rot for Clout, I know that one. Body horror. Oh, and can take a look in the Discord, sure. Let's see, let's see. Not in animals. That is Dimples. Did you share to your creativity corner? Ooh! Is it the Weeping Angel? Oh my gosh, those wings are so pretty. They're so pretty. This Weeping Angel wouldn't get me because I'd be too busy staring at it because they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Oh my... I suppose you meant more in a sense of what would this character be if they were an ultimate... Ah, ultimate nerd. I think body horror is interesting as well. So right, so I need to save a copy of the base. Put her over there for now. Hey, glitch, what? Chase's cry, very Sigma. Cry, somebody said body horror? I gotta skedaddle out of here. Do, do quite a few. I don't know, I think some horror use would be cool. But what kind? Because horror's like vague. We could make her a slasher, like like a scream mask type scenario. I think I'm going for like generic Eden look. I'm just trying to start the drawing going, you know? Kind of horror. Yeah, I've done like body horror type stuff I have drawn before. I used to do a lot of horror. I never shared the horror stuff though. It was like pretty fun. Hatsune Miku. We have no mouth and I must scream is horrid. What's that Loki talking about? I have no mouth. And Moji, I'm glad you like my painter style look with Kara and Ash's moment. Yeah, it was really your most recent one. They were very pretty. Hmm. You like All Tomorrows? Was All Tomorrows the one with the aliens and the horses? It's the most Sigma Lee is the most brainwashed world of the century. Are you sure? Because there's plenty of century left to make worse. Baby pigeon AU. Hmm. Or you could do vampires, I guess. You know, like monsters. You got vampires, werewolves, Frankenstein, ghost. Jack and Colby had some pretty cute vampire costumes actually in the spooky month one. That could be also a reference to. But what kind of horror? Do we want stuff like that, or do we want something scary, scary? So look, what's the male version of Lolita fashion? It begins with an O. I think it's like Ouji. They have some like very fancy vampire-esque looks. Oh, you is it fashion? Yes, they're very fancy, very very fancy, very like that could give vampire, especially gothic forms of it. That guy's got a cool coat. Now I'm just gonna get distracted with their outfits though. Like we could different variations. I like I like how they never actually gave us a winner of the popular character contest. They just kind of took that, didn't they? I think we definitely have some warm-ups going on. It'll be like a warm-up moment, but I can probably do stuff that's better. Like, we don't really need ribbons. Ribbons aren't screaming vampire, but like big fancy gems do. You know? Colors. Or am I going too traditional with this? Were we thinking more traditional? Too masculine being the word. Were you thinking more like Lady D type, fancy vampire lady? Face is cute though. Hmm. What would the villain even look like? So we've got lots of sources. I think I just need to I need to stick one. And then we need to build up like inspiration from them, right? Oops. No, let's keep the fringe. I was gonna try like a ponytail. I was gonna do like a zombie apocalypse one as well. And that way I can give her a gun. Eden with a gun? Yes, no. I think a ponytail is pretty interesting though, because she has the multicolored hair. So there would be the duo colours in her hair too. And they'd like kind of swirl together. That could be cute. Like I say, I need 10 in total. I need to do homage to the classic fanfiction coffee shop AU. Like definitely. I know it's a simple one, but it's one to start, right? And all barista. I got your Galaxy. I don't really like the profile pic I'm making so far. You've got like plenty of time. Jcrow, you should do an amazing digital circus, AU. Should we make her cosplay one of them? Who? Kinga. I feel kind of bad for Ragatha as well. I don't. She gets so much hate, and I don't get it. The point is meant to be all the characters are kind of problematic, right? Because let's look at the situation they're in. They're not going to be perfect. Would you have tattoos? You always have like baristas with tattoos, right? Or like a hairband. And probably just like black trousers, unfortunately. They don't let you express much. I feel like she should definitely have tattoos though. That'd be funny. And like some sort of logo. We're kind of warming up at the moment. And then I can start getting into more fun ones. Make it like a heart splash. And like a tilted cup with a little heart splash ink out, I guess. You go cup of tea, I guess, but you're gonna spill it everywhere. Look at the tattoos. Like tattoos, earrings. What little self-expression you're allowed when you work as a barista. You can get the moon and star motif and then maybe pinstripe the shirt and then she gets to have a shirt her stars and stripes and moon motifs. kind of villain. She'd need like a superpower or something. Definitely a start. That's kind of cute though. Should give her a big bow. Feel like the high pony in a bow is low-key giving Monica. Yawn. You love that kind of stuff. Master Blaze, except Kinga. And have you watched Arcane? I have watched Arcane, Mochi, and Carson's asked, guys don't want any funny when he's not done. I am insane. Oh no. Oh, you feel bad for them except for Kinga? What did Kinga do? Why are you all hating on Kinga? Colby's gonna get moved. Should probably set up some extra bases. Realistically, I need to get 5 on a row because I did mention I need like 10. So there's plenty of room space to add the extra AU suggestions we've got. If I'm gonna give her a gun, gangster AU, give her a Tommy gun. Gun enthusiast AU, give her a Tommy gun. Right, I'm gonna shrink them down enough to try and get. Why is that one not selected? Bruh. Because we ideally need to get 10 on the page. I suppose it doesn't really matter actually. I can just copy and paste them onto a bigger page later because this is A4. Okay, where did I just draw? That layer is nothing. We drew there. Okay. So this one's line art. These can all be brought together. And then we can continue just drawing on top of them. I wonder how Dimples is doing. You could have heard Pebble and Regeki at the door, the way they were crying. They were like, I know you have a bird in there. I know. I know you know. I'm not giving you the bird, though. I did watch the new Amazing Digital Circus. I feel like whatever they were doing with the votes was definitely more fun in the votes itself. So did everyone see how the votes were actually done online? So they did do a voting thing. The characters you voted for were like basically Kane rigged the votes. So for a while you could just vote, but Kane was losing and then he started rigging the votes. So it was doing things like his vote button would follow you around the screen, and you'd get pop-ups being like, are you sure you want to vote for Gangle? Are you sure you didn't mean to click on Kane and you want to vote for Kane? Because it'd be really embarrassing if you were to your friends saying, oh yeah, I voted for Kane, he's the best, but you actually voted for Gangle. That'd be embarrassing. So I'm just checking to make sure you weren't secretly voting for Kane, actually, is how it was going. It was really funny and really well done. So I was expecting it to be a little bit more at the rewards show, considering they made an episode out of it. Personally, I like that Zubul and Gangle got more development because I feel like up until now they've just been in the background. The pair of them, they're just kind of Gangle's been a victim and Zubul's just not been there. So I like that we're getting to see them. I think they're very interesting characters. Hmm. Okay, so if we're gonna do, we could do villain or fantasy. And if we were to do villain or fantasy, we need to pull inspo from somewhere. Like what kind of villain? What kind of fantasy? Like we could go for elves, I guess. Squeaky first. Hello. Mochi, you were surprised that they put the Amazing Digital Circus on Netflix. Yeah? Gangle is Bagoki's favorite. Carson says that they love Google, Zooble and Gangle. They're a cute duo. Yach. It made you regret your life choices. Oh my gosh. I want the ability to have censored. The way Kay reacted to that tells me he knew exactly what they were about to say. Do you need to be together more? Do you really want like a digital circus AU? And if you do, who do we dress her up as? Who's she cosplaying? Jane Pomni? Yes. Hell, how would she even cosplay like Zooble? I think with fantasy, typically fantasy starts with like elves, right? That's like an easily recognizable one. You get like a lot of jewelry and stuff, pretty hair. It's kind of hard to draw it on the fly in the sense of no inspo, just like pulling it out of nowhere. I like the idea of like hair pieces that are tight, hair pieces that duplicate as also tying back your hair. So it's like it's part of your style, but also. So if we have a parting, how would that look at the top? Kind of like this? I don't know. Could they just come from the parting in theory and then have like the round hair? But I could do really pretty braids. But then again, the thing I need it for. I don't think you'd see all the braids down the back, so we need it to look good from the front because they're not going to be turned around. They need to look good from the front. That's where the design mostly needs to be. I like fancy jewelry, like dangly, pretty jewelry. Oh, welcome, Agent Jimmy. Also, you and Summer made up. That's good. What happened? I didn't know weren't friends. But I'm glad you're friends. I did hear that there was some chaos in your chat. I'm just looking at earrings and like pretty jewelry and stuff. Then again, this isn't very fantasy, but it is like a really pretty collar I'm looking at that has like different layers of like gems and stuff. It's very pretty. Just do a fancy AU. You want to make Zooble and Gangle figures? I saw a really, really well made Gangle figure recently. But I like, if we're just going at the moment for japes, probably. I like earrings that are like dangly. We can easily put the moon and star motif up there. Like lots of piercings, very cute. I don't know how to do the hair. Elf hair. I'm trying. Right, I know. I can just look at the parting, can't I? Flower crowns? We could do flower crowns. I feel like braids and flowers are very elf. Could do twin braids. I'm good at giving things braids. Like they're cute. They're not quite elf looks though. She does have a lot of long hair. I'm trying to think of like volume. Like it could be like a side part, maybe. Again, I'm thinking flowers. It doesn't have to be an elf to make it fantasy, though, does it? We could add all sorts. Would literally give her like gear ears. Like antlers, you know? Ooh, that looks a little bit more like a hand, I think. Then we can decorate the antlers, like the ears. I feel like downturned pointy ears. I like giving things downturned elf ears because they always point upright. Same with things like goblins. Snow turned ears like this. He also has a lot of piercings. And then we could have, if the parting's like here, the hair could be designed to go kind of around the front of the antler. As well as the parting like this, so the hair kind of ties around the front. We can have the hair down. And then I can put like flowers and stuff in. Go like that maybe. And Nisty, how much vodka should I put in a medium-sized glass of cola? Uh, Genuinely, I'm pretty sure when bartenders add anything like that together, it's no more than a shot. It's like a shot of alcohol, and then the rest of it is whatever it's being mixed with, like cola or juice, whatever's being used as a mixer. It's mostly mixer. So if you've got a regular sized glass, you want like a little bit at the bottom. Like, you know how you have sections of your finger? And if you look at the inside of your finger, it's got like that bit and that bit at the joint, and then like it'll connect to the rest of you up here, right? And these would be your other fingers. So this section here, maybe about that deep, depending if you've got small hands, maybe about there and a half-ish. Hmm. If there were like bare spots on her cheek, you know, like little brown hair. Misty, you're gonna start off with a shot. Yeah, that's safer. Don't like honestly drink responsibly, especially if you're not used to it. Oh, I don't drink personally because I often don't really like the taste. I remember the first time a friend was like, "Try this," and offered me vodka, and it tasted like how petrol smells. It was awful. It was awful. It was so bad. I was like, was that a cup of gasoline? Cringe. It's because it was a birthday party, and she was like, "It's a birthday. I need to. You need to." And I was like, "I suppose I can try." So bad. Hmm. Kind of dresses. I know that in fantasy they wear a lot of corsets and stuff in like modern fantasy looks. But what about them puffy sleeves where it's like off shoulder, and then this is usually some sort of ruffle elasticated. Well, it wouldn't have been elasticated back like originally. It'll have been a folding and ironing type technique. It's like got a puffy sleeve. I think it's puffy in sections, and then it kind of flares at the bottom. Let me try and give that a bit more weight. So the shape should be kind of like this, and then a little one, and then like flare arms. I don't even know what term this would be. Like, I don't know. Usually when doing this sort of stuff, I will look up like actual sources and like designs from different areas. So it'd be like, oh, well, medieval England, for example. I don't want to spend the whole life doing nothing because I'm looking up images. So I'm just kind of thinking we can work on the shape, right? And the vibe. But if anyone has actual historical terms, go right ahead and drop them. I will look them up. Why does one look way worse than the other? My cat is currently begging for food. I fed him 50 minutes ago. So what's everyone's Digital Circus favorite? I almost said OC. What's your favorite character? Because a few people in chat seem to have watched it. Venom Jank, oh hello, I didn't see this. Hi, welcome. And Agent Jimmy. Oh wait, they said I guess means I guess sorry, never mind. Lol, still gonna over stomach flu. Oh no. I hope you feel better soon, Agent Jimmy. Catch Galaxy, your dad gave you wine and said it was grape juice. I took a sip and instantly spit it out. I was 7. What are you, British? Uzi, you want to make candy, but you don't know what to make. Make Zooble themed candy. Make it themed off Zooble's color palette, and then make a second one to go with it that's themed off Gangle. You can even add a little bit of blue in there for the tears on the tragedy mask. Misty, nice. I can barely taste it in the cola. That's exactly what you want because it tastes awful otherwise. It's bad, Misty. That's exactly what you want it to taste like, not what it is. That's why I got to the point where I'm like, well, at this rate, I may as well just drink the cola, you know? It's like my friend was like, oh no, but you'll love cocktails because it just tastes like juice. And I'm like, well, why don't I just have some juice then? Because juice is cheaper. I will just have some cranberry juice. Thank you very much. Why ruin a good beverage? Okay, this is pretty cute. I can definitely do better on the poofy sleeves, I think. If we have like, I don't know. I can't remember what this type of dress is called with like the waistline comes to a point here. But we can definitely add lots of like ruffles, potentially. Whee! Or I could just make it like go straight down. Again, I don't need to detail the bottom of this much because her feet aren't in the shot. Okay, alternatively for sleeves and neckline, I've seen ones before that are kind of like a point. This would not be traditional, I'm pretty sure. This is just fantasy inspired generally and definitely not like, not traditional for England. I'm looking at different necklines. I could go for like an empire waist maybe. Empire waists up here, and then this would be kind of like looser. Kind of like the trending milkmaid dresses, but not. Have a collar neckline like this, and what would the sleeves be? Are they the ones where it's poofy at the top and then it kind of goes down a finger a little bit? And then, yeah, this shape looks cuter. Especially considering all the attentions in the hair, right? And then this would very loosely drape around the figure of the character. Like, oh, it's like I can do like a quick, easy little meme before I end up going to hospital. And then it was like, let's design several AU outfits. So that's pretty cute. And then there's also room here to zoom in and do like some pretty details on the collar or some cute jewelry. I still think the barista one needs tattoos. Does anyone in chat have a tattoo? Do you want Eden to rep you? Ochi, you love the fantasy outfit. Oh, I'm glad. Uzi, thank you, Jcrow, for feeding my boredom. You're welcome. And Agent Jimmy, you're a Jax fan. Carson, I can't make that and give it. I can make that and give it to my wife, my best friend. Since I joke, yes, you can love matching. That'd be so cute. They sound amazing. Gotcha. Your mom has tattoos. What kind of tattoos? Unless there's something like really personal, you don't have to share. I can give them. I can put them on Eden's arms for the barista. What kind of jewelry? She needs jewelry too, I think. I think something in. Because like I can add like a little trim to these. The idea with this is it'll go down on the hand. Jewelry. Could what's that whimsy goth sun that's like really wobbly? Kind of looks like a sunflower at the minute. Because she has the sun and the star and moon motifs all the time, I could do like a whimsy goth version of it. What does the moon look like? Whimsy goth. Oh. No, moon, sorry. I want to see the moon. Yes, with the hideous faces. It's like cross section. That one. Okay, I'll give it like the little face. They will have faces. And if I add the star here, then once again the sun, the star and moon and star motif remains. No, that can be on a necklace. Do Whimsicott have a style of star, or is it just a star? It just appears to be a star shape. Yeah, just a chunky star. It's pretty cute. Got pretty cute. Carson, does drawing on my self count? If you have it currently, yes. Agent Jimmy, do you have any favorite alternate universe tropes? Wait. Hi, Pebble. Hi. So we have coffee shop. So are you still going to be streaming, Agent Jimmy? I was a little worried because in the past you've mentioned that you'll stop streaming before if you get griefers or problems. And I've not noticed a live recently. Misty, you have a very botched and faded stick and poke on my finger. Is it the from memory? From memory? It's like a little skull, right? I could add that. We can add tattoos. Did Gacha get back? Magoki, you got a drink called a Calypso at the store, and it's non-carbonated and says it's a citrusy flavor. Is it good? Super yummy? Great. You love seafood. You've been having so much seafood recently. And Agent Jimmy, you're going to stream again soon. You took care of the issues. Okay, that's good to hear. I'm glad. Uh, and Nisty, this is the peak of my life. Getting drunk alone in my room in the middle of the week. I mean, especially if you've not tried alcohol before, at least trying it at home means you're in a safe environment. If it makes you, like, ill or messes with you. We have a fantasy. That is not spelt right. Fantasy. That does not look right. I have a stomach flu, Agent Jimmy. Oh. He just couldn't handle the fake friends and streaming and getting stomach flu all at the same time frame. Yeah, I understand that. Also, thank you everyone for the likes on the video. We've hit double digits. We're on 12. That's amazing. Wow. I was expecting a lot lower. I was like, I bet we've got like at least 3. Well, I wasn't wrong. There's at least 3. Pro Drawing Live because I forgot to put it in the right folder. Eating chips. What kind of chips? English chips or American chips? Also, we've got like a little stick and poke tattoo from Nisty, so we can. I can't remember exactly how it looks. Uh, but it would be like a little skull on the finger, I believe. If I remember correctly, a little skull on the finger. And if it was, I can't remember if it was Carson or Gacha Galaxy said that their mom has a tattoo. We can add that if you can describe it, like if it's roses or I don't know, the Roblox. On Gacha Galaxy said their favourite characters are Kinga and Ragatha, and Carson said it's Jax, Gangle, and Zubor. Astroblaze said Kinga for sure, followed by Zubor. Gacha Galaxy has also said that Dad also put wine in a shepherd's pie he made, it was a few weeks or months ago on Mamina. I think not few people, a few dishes have alcohol in. It's like there's a popular one in England called like steak and ale pie. You can do beer batter on things. So just if it's battered, you can make beer batter. I'm not a fan personally, not that much, but realistically, when it's in cooking, you can't taste it. It depends. Steak and ale pie, usually you can taste it and it tastes really bad to me. I don't like it. But there's quite a few where you can't actually taste, like if you're cooking the food, you can't actually taste wine in it, cooking wine. Also, Gacha Galaxy, you've shared some Let's Go See go to channel. Then community posts. Survivor. Cute. Oh, I clicked on something. No, I clicked on your page and it reloaded. Well, Survivor and Infected, with and without eyes as a base. I like how you're drawing. I like your style. The eyes are so cute, those big old eyes. Eye infection AU. Ah, they're cool. Oh, your art style's really cute. Are you going to build up the base? Because I know you've said that it's a base. Are you going to do more? I'm curious where it's going to go. I'm curious. Pause the third. That's really cute, actually. Okay, what other things have we got? Fantasy. Let me get the live stream back. I've lost the window. It is there. If I can refresh questions. Favorite trope of alternate universes is when the main character meets his future self and has to warn himself of impending disaster. That's pretty cool. We've also got Mermaid AU. That's actually really cute. And they're currently listening in the background as they study. Good luck with your studying. I hope it's helpful. And Mochi, I've not seen your AU yet. Let's see, let's see. Channel, no, go to channel. I always click on channel activity. I need to click on go to channel. Oh my god, the colors are so pretty. Can you just color everything? Can you just like color the whole world, Mochi? Damn. Can we uninstall colors and let Mochi color everything? Can we do that? Because they're so pretty. Bruh. They're too pretty to be an avatar. I'm joking. They just make the others look bad because they're too pretty. I'm like zooming in on the little details. Like the braids and the eyes, they're so pretty. Mochi strikes again with glorious colour, of course. Miruki, hi! Welcome, good to see you. I feel like the fantasy could, in theory, be a little bit more fantastical. Astronaut! I don't know where that came from. Big dome on head. So what kind of mermaid? Are we talking this part's the fish? The Poisson Steve style? Steve Le. Le Poisson Steve. He's orange. Is this, is this what you wanted? It's a fish. I think Mermaid's pretty cute. If you want to work with some of the horrors, I just want to like kind of work out how to narrow that down. And the Danganronpa ones, ultimate. What kind of ultimate would she have? Alien. That's funny because she already is an alien. That's why her eyes be like that. She's meant to be like a subtle humanoid alien. But I'm assuming you mean like little green fella type alien, like antenna. So we can definitely work with that too. That's a pretty good one. So many good choices. I definitely have space to do all at this point. Squeaky clean, give her a gun and make her American. Hi Squeaky. Gotcha Galaxy, if she had a gun, she would be Galaxy. But also not Galaxy. And this deal, man, I'm getting tipsy. Saran, what do you mean, Eden? Eden Poisson Steve? That's so silly, ice box. Eden Poisson Steve. He's a fish. Oh, I lost it because it got deleted. Oh, I could Le Poisson Steve him. I could make it like a big hat, or I could literally just swap out. I could make it a hat, or I could swap out her whole face. Like a mouth. We could make it a hat. Or I could just literally make her face look like that. But if it was going to be the full Steve, technically the rest of her would just be in like an orange morph suit. Because he looks like this. He's a fish. He has legs. This is Steve. There he is. He is orange. He has legs. He's French. He's a fish. He's dancing for you. You want the fish hat? Do you want Steve? Oh, okay. I'm gonna double check how to spell. It's Le. Wait, is it double S O N? Double S O N. We can have the we can have Steve. We don't know what the rest of it'll look like. No. I can do a proper mermaid if you like as well. Saran, you give the orange morph suit some green socks and you get Darwin. That is true. I could give her the tail on the back. I'm not sure how visible the tail would actually be. Oh, no, we had horror. I could give her like a slasher mask. Would she be wearing it herself? What do horror slashers actually wear? Slasher villains. Okay. Just like spooky masks. And then typically just clothes. And then a chainsaw. I could make it themed like like a bootleg or a reference to a particular slasher horror figure. Google seems to think Megan counts as a slasher horror, does she? Give her a Ziplord mask. Oh no. And gotcha, you're drawing Galaxy with her apprentice. In the eyes AU? Goki, light is a cool thing that exists. And Astroblaze, honestly, I see Eden more as a final girl than a slasher herself. How would I make her look like a final girl? I'm looking up images to be like, right, so the 80s hair actually. Like the denim jacket, the poofy hair. Mm, could go that route. And then like the blood splatter, the scared expression, like what? There is meant to be, so it's fun that a few of you have requested scarier AUs because if they weren't requested, they would have been put in there. They are needed. So it fits really well. Oh, that woman has a pitchfork as like a weapon of defense. A lot of like the lumberjack shirt, skinny jeans. Oh my god, they're all in skinny jeans. Ripped up clothes, disheveled, wielding a bloody weapon. What weapon? Okay, I'm gonna get poofy hair. We're gonna go for like the full thing. We all need to start debating weapons. Then I'm trying, Jcrow, what if Final Girl Eden, but she's the slasher? What if we have both? What if we have both? We could have both. And Mochi, you're literally almost at 80 followers on TikTok. Congrats. It's great. It's really hard to grow on TikTok, I think. I know, like, I don't have many followers. It also takes me absolutely ages to post anything because I put a lot of time into it, so I spend forever. I can't get this curl to look right. Let's just imply it's curly for now. It's meant to look like, I don't know, like 70s, 80s, when they just have really big, poofy hair, right? And start changing out the expression too. To make it kind of a bit more, not as, happy about life. She's just witnessed all of the campsite. She's the remaining camp counselor or camper. Poisson Steve's pretty happy though. We took a turn from barista. But yeah, now is definitely the time to get some like like we're getting Canon AU designs technically. I can work on the fringe later, maybe. I don't know. Probably works better with poofy. And then big earrings. They seem to all be in like denim jackets, skinny jeans, that sort of thing. So we could do like a crop denim jacket maybe. Could we give her a camper tee? Camp something. Denim jacket. Mochi stars. There's like this new trend that's happening right now on TikTok, which is let my OC rate your OC, which I think is a really cool idea, but I don't know which OC I should do. Oh, I was tempted to do that one. Don't know who to use. If the same problem as you. Literally, you're like, Jcrow, help me. And I'm like, I am in the same boat. We're sinking. Here's our boat. Here's an ocean of mine and your OC's, Mochi. And like, here's me being like, hmm. And then on the other side is you. And you're also like, hmm. We're sinking. We're in the same ocean here. Carson, you also read for the 23rd of this, ready for the 23rd of this month. That's when me and my wife have a sleepover. Oh, that's so cute. You know what else is on the 23rd of of this month? It's my birthday. What should the camp be called? What if it's like, well, like Sekai? Like Vocaloid. Is that how they spell it? Project Sekai? Colorful Stage? Maybe that Vocaloid reference. Big Bell. I'm like, if I get like a themed outfit on the slasher weapon. Astro Blaze, time zones are weird. For me, it's Friday. I'm missing bits. Excusing me. Which Galaxy on the 23rd, there's going to be a Roblox crash in Dragon Sab. Camp Purrs is a cute one, Squeaky, actually. Thatcher, so much on the 23rd and it's a Friday. Ah. And Carson, well, time for her to stop being addicted to those games. Yippee, Yappa number one again. Currently, in the J Kingdom, the monarch is Carson. The heir to the throne is Astroblaze, and Mochi Stars is the knight. Booga booga. Oh, it's not Halloween yet. Shall we give her a knife? The knife seems to be like more of a common one. That or like a baseball bat with like baseball bat that with like barbed wire type situation. Seem to be classics, right? I like where it's like, we'll warm up with a classic homage. Because I feel like everybody's read a coffee shop AU at some point. This one is a fish. Fish AU. Amazing. Um, hmm. Me and Mochi. I'll have a bow. Mochi, do you want an accessory? Do you want a bow also? Do you want a little crown? I'll give you a little crown. Pearl, yo, hello. Should pineapple belong on pizza? I think that you should eat whatever you want to eat. I have had pineapple on pizza. It's not my favorite, but like, it's fine, I think. I don't like gatekeeping when it comes to food in a way. From a perspective of healthy eating in terms of disordered eating, eat what you want to eat and enjoy it, you know? Bye. Bye bye. Let's see. Right, so we're gonna go with a knife. How do they kind of like this, unless we get like, I don't know, a cooler knife, a hunting knife. I'll have to look at a reference because that just looks like a big cutlery knife. Or like a big kitchen knife would work actually. So many buys. It's like I know a lot of people will be like, I will join this stream, but I'll ask a random question like, do you like ducks? And I'm like, I'm suspicious. That's what that is. I'm suspicious. Ugh. Can I just like a better angle on like a kitchen knife, please? I'm gonna get a quick image of a kitchen knife as reference, just so you're aware. Make it really small so I can actually zoom in and see. Because I can't get the shape right. Just put it there. Done. I don't think I have very strong opinions when it comes to certain foods. You know, like we're like to get angry about. I grew up with a lot of people that like to be judgmental about what and how much you're eating, and personally, I would much rather support the concept of be like people enjoying their food. You know, it's a lot more pleasant. Oh, no hate to that person. I totally get the joke also. Like I'm not. Don't be mean. Let's see over there. You know, recently, out of nowhere, suddenly one day I was like, I want cucumbers and cheese. You know what combination I've never eaten before? Cucumber and cheese. I was just like, I want cucumber and cheese. We have cucumber and cheese in. I just want slices of cucumber and slices of cheese and nothing. That's all I wanted. It was very satisfying because like the cucumber's really crunchy. So we got the knife. Reggie, Mochi, which OC should I do? Reggie, Cara, Ash, Audrey, Jesse, Axel, Audrey, ex-boyfriend, or Cherry? Cherry. Cherry's a cute name. I think Reggie, Clara, and Ash have a lot of art already. So as though I do want to scream for Kara, but okay. They've already had a lot of sunshine, right? Okay, so now what we want to do is also dishevel the outfit a bit more. Can make the hair seem a little bit torn. It's like a leaf in her hair. It's totally strawberry jam, right? Censoring on TikTok whenever people draw like this sort of art, they're like, no, it's jam, I promise. It's strawberry jam, it's soup. So if there's no point only tearing the bottom of the jeans because it won't show. You can bring it up like that much, maybe. This one's quite detailed already. At the moment, a lot of the splatter is. Let's get like shade going so I can like map it out a bit better. But if it's all up one side, especially the side with the weapon, then it kind of implies that was the hand that was being used. Maybe like some injury? Don't know. On that side. That looks pretty cool, actually. The fish again! I keep seeing the fish. You could do Melody as well. Oh, Melody's a really pretty name. Get him, Shank. You just joined in to say yogurt. Oh, you really like yogurt and watermelon as a combo. That's really crunchy too. Like a good piece of watermelon has a nice crunch, right? I recently went through this phase where for ages I was just craving like crunchy, a good crunchy texture when you bite. And I convinced myself that it had to be something fried or battered. So like I'd have a piece of like fried chicken, but it wasn't the crunch I wanted. Even if it's like breaded fried or batter fried, I was like, that's not the crunch I'm like craving. And then I had a slice of cucumber and I was like, it's vegetable crunch. Like if you crunch into a piece of raw pepper, if you bite, it crunches. If you bite into a piece of cucumber, it's crunch. And I was like, that is the crunchiness I've been wanting. Uh, Galaxy, when you made Ezra in Your You, it's what the Galaxy and Ezra comic is in. I was like, no, her neck isn't snapped by her best friend, Paws. It's just asleep. Oh no. Saran, she was cooking a great peanut butter and jam sandwich. Huh? Nisty, you're officially drunk now. It's alright. Be chilling. Mochi, could do. You want to redesign Reggie again? I wonder if they're doing like a bottle challenge where they spin the bottle. You could do that. Uzi, blood can replace eggs in cake. Excuse me? How do you know? Don't ask. What, like, it can it replace them in terms of like a vitamin and mineral sort of thing? Or do we mean like it'll have the same effect on the cake batter rising and cooking? I really do like the Final Girl one actually. And then once we've got all these done, there's room for at least two more, but we can do even more than that and then pick our favorites. Misty, you hope you won't feel hot garbage tomorrow because you've got school and you got to wake up at 7 a.m. Might have to skip. We'll see. Well, good luck, Misty. It might help you sleep, actually. You never know. Momochi, no, Jcrow, you're glitching. Again? I had that happen recently, and then when I was editing the stream afterwards, the glitch was like cutting the video up. Let's see. So I got Alien, Mermaid, Villain. All sound like good ones. Despair, we've got, oh yeah, and the slasher version. Hmm. Do we give her a mask? Do we give her... What kind of weapon? Like mallet? Big hammer. Oh, that was a point. I went to Blackpink last weekend. I've not spoken about it. What if we start with like... Ooh, that's way too big. I got a light stick. I have a big hammer that lights up now. If we have like a hoodie maybe with like a zip, like one of them zip up collars. You want to cover your face, right? This is starting to look more like streetwear at the moment, though. Whatever the color, like mask, maybe. We could face mask it, or we could try and give her like an actual mask or a partial mask. It's just a case of what that partial mask could be. So I'm thinking maybe we can make the eyes reminiscent of her eyelashes. This will be I think I'm already like kind of excited for how this meme's gonna look. Because this is starting to look pretty fun. Can have hair in front of it, maybe. Do we keep the hood? Most of you guys might look not like what I'm going to do with my boyfriend. Oh no, what do you mean? And Saran, that's so amazing. How was the experience of Blackpink Live? Did you like it? I loved it. It was so fun. Um, hmm. I'm sorry, I'm like distracted because I'm trying to like think on outfit designs too. Because I'm looking through like other horror villains, like, the masks are pretty common. She does have a bunny motif on her tights though, so we could always make it like a rabbit mask potentially. Because she does, like I say, she does have that motif on her tights, so it would match. But she does also have the sun and moon motif everywhere as well. And I know over in the other section we use like a whimsy goth look, right? So what if the moon and stars could be part of the mask in a similar way? If it's only like a partial face, we could do something kind of like a half face. So then one eye would be exposed, and then one eye could still be masked out, maybe. If we work with that theme, I don't know if that looks stupid or not. Or if it could be cooking. Could be. Could be. Might not be. Potentially. Blackpink concert just sounds amazing. Like K-pop Demon Hunters IRL. A lot of children there. So I did see them. I contacted the venue ahead of time because I had the live IV on at the time, and I was like, I don't want to bring an IV that's like wired into me into a queue like that. I was saying to them in the email, I don't mind waiting my turn. I can wait my turn, but is there a way I can wait outside of a queue of excited pushing people and not in direct sunlight? And also, I'm not strong enough to stand for that long. So, like, is there just any way we can accommodate that part? I can wait. And they were like, oh, we can do better. And they upgraded me to like the best seats in the house. I was absolutely flabbergasted. I did not expect. They brought like a wheelchair down to help me get to my seat. It had like an air conditioned lounge to wait in because the show started at 8, right? So you had to get in your seat by like 5. And hot sun, 31-degree heat. And it had like a lounge that was air conditioned with like free water and stuff and a bar. And they were like, so you can wait in this section out of the sun because by the time the concert starts, it's going to have gone dark and been cold. And I was like, wow, I had fully accepted that I was going to have to make myself sick to see this concert and gone, right, this is going to railroad me. But I've always wanted to go and see a concert, and my odds kind of sucky before I get that bone marrow. So I want to see it. I want to do this. And they were like, oh no, it's fine. We did all this. They even got a shuttle bus to drop me off and pick me up from the train station. I was like totally fine afterwards. I was ready to be like white. They got a light stick. The whole stadium was pink. It was so pretty. They had fireworks and everything. Misty, my hands are going, sleeping on the keyboard on their own while I'm trying to type. Excuse me. You're trying to type and your hands are just like getting away from you. I want to show you the light stick, but I cannot because I do not have webcam. Maybe one day. Mochi has like an evil surprise brewing. Let's look at some of the other ones we've got. We've also got, I mean, this would technically also be a villain. A few of them seem to wear like dungarees. But there's also themes of like oversized hoodies, streetwear. Streetwear is a pretty good one, I think. If it's meant to just be the logic of she's just suddenly decided, you know what I want to be when I grow up? I bet I can think of something cooler for like the moon motif for a slasher. We can totally work with that. I'll keep the mask for now. Mochi, you're gonna have to wait until I post. The hint is it's spin the bottle. When surrounded, this is such a blessing. Oh wow, you saw the concert like a queen from that place. I'm happy you're actually able to enjoy it. We really did. You know, the box they put us in was literally called the Royal Box. I had my friend too. And it was just like, because when I was talking to him about it, he was like, "Well, aren't you going to be very immunocompromised with the treatment you've said you're on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, very." And he was like, I'm just a little worried about you also being in the crowd because the seats you've got are like seats, but there's a lot of crowds." And he said that the stage had been decorated in white tiles and it had turned it into like a sun pit. And he was like, "So I'm worried about the burning, I'm worried about infection risks. So I'm gonna get you some I'm gonna sort something out for you. I'm gonna make sure you have a good time." And I was like, okay. He was so excited when he saw me, he came over and he was like, are you Jcrow? And I'm like, yes, yes. Are you this person? He's like, yes. He was so excited to show me where we'd gone. I'm planning on emailing the venue to basically compliment how amazing the staff were. Misty, you're not drinking more vodka after this. I wonder why. I mean, it's good. It's especially if you're not used to it. It's pretty good to start light. Hmm. It's also like villain is such a really good theme, but also really, really vague. I know we were considering like a monster one, like a vampire too. So many like really good ideas, really good AUs. We need two more on top of the one that I'm missing as well, because I need at least 10. Alien's really fun. Hmm. It's okay. It was. They went above and beyond, honestly. Hmm. We could pick a theme for the villain. We could go from there. And Venom Shine, you have a slasher mask idea you've sent it on Creativity Corner. Let's take a look. I'm on my way. Ooh, the exposed face. Oh, with like the teeth. Wait, that's really cool. You're cooking. You are cooking. So like a rounded mask or like a broken mask that covers the. Wait, that's cool. That's cool. That's approaching also a bit of like monster type territory too. So it's kind of one of them was like it's right. Wait, yeah, the brush sizes. Is it like a hard mask or are we thinking like fabric mask that's been torn? It's a fabric mask that's been torn. Would kind of click on like this. And yeah, it's based off the moon. Ah. Oh, so we can add like basically add in like scary teeth in. I'll just add little pointies. So we can make it scarier. Don't know what to do with the eye. Smaller. Kind of like that one. So it's got like the cute eye and like the cutesy, but then it's got the spooky teeth. And then continue the smile, because if it's like a whimsy goth one, it would still have like the smile here. So it's like the cutesy and then the scary. Sorry, you don't know about the slasher, but the moon mask reminds me of FNAF. Well, it definitely needs more elements. It needs to be built up. It's one of the reasons I was like, this is. I feel like the sun and the star, because she has star and moon motifs. I'm like, we can definitely do something with this. Mochi, you gotta go now because it's glitching too bad. So bye. Bye, Mochi. Is it glitching for anybody else? Is it a problem universally? But bye bye. If it's a problem on my end, I'll have to look into fixing it. Hmm. Well, if you have like super villain AU. Well, it doesn't have to be super villain, just has to be villain. I just don't know what to give it. Astro Blaze all seems well on my end. And gotcha, you've got posted again. Community post. Let's go see. Ooh. They butterfly wings. They're cute. Oh, Galaxy. Cute. They're cute. I like the butterfly. The butterfly is very sweet. It is glitching for gacha, but that's fine. Hmm. I wonder if there's something I could do to fix it. My quality is low. Well, on my streaming, on the download streaming part. I'm just looking at. It's like I fear there's a lot of. I'm looking at different like medias and stuff. So there's a lot of like pausing while I look online. Hmm. I wonder if we could continue the whimsy goth theme with the rest of the slasher fit to an extent, or if it'd just end up looking witchy. Like if we can get a base shape going for the outfit and then build it up from there potentially. Sorry, I googled whimsy goth and I'm looking at a goth themed rubber duck. Amazing. It's got like a black bob haircut as well. It's pretty cute. Has anyone in chat ever been goth? Or wants to be goth or is goth? What kind of aesthetics does everyone in chat have? Hmm. See, a lot of the stuff that's coming up on Google isn't whimsy goth. This is just it's subgenres of goth, but it's not whimsy. But also a lot of goth outfits involve a lot of the goth fits don't look like something you want to run around in. Unless it was like we could play on the tone element of it. So it's like a lot of them are cardigans that would tie. And we could do stuff with layering. But I was thinking streetwear would probably be better for it. A lot of it relies on like patterns too. So it's like this is looking a little bit not goth until it would get into like the patterns and textures. Like this would be covered, say, in like those moon and star and sun patterns. You'd black this out, you do stuff with the hair, but it's not giving slasher, you know? That's not the lasso. No, I think something can definitely be cooked up there. I just need to work on it. And Gatcha on the way with a goth tomboy. So, goth and tomboy. Misty, kind of close to goth, but not really. Yeah, because you're punk, so it's definitely alt. Carson, you want to be seen so bad, but you don't have any clothes, just bracelets and belts. I mean, accessories is a good starting point. Anywhere is a great starting point. Mochi, you kind of like the name Isha, so you might change Audrey's name. Fair enough. And Miriki, I really want to bring back all my OCs and share them, but I'm too attached to Hikari and Izumi. You could still share your old OCs if you really want to. Gotcha, I'm goth right now. But yeah, you can build up to it. Should I redesign Melody or no? That's totally up to you. Have a different style every day, Miriki. I know that feeling actually. Almost bedtime? Oh gosh, it is. 12 minutes. Ragoki, you like how hurricanes now have a fire advance warning? But I bet it's scary living in fear of the summertime constantly. Yeah, probably. Hmm. Classic Alien Eden. I could give her hair like that one Vocaloid producer draws from the Alien Miku. She has like a very straight cut bob. But then that's short hair. I think actually it might have a straight cut fringe too. But that's also assuming we just go straight for her. Because like I say, Eden is an alien, but I assume you mean like a classic alien look, which definitely can be done. You know? Could make her bald. A Mermaid was another one we had. Other than, Steve. I don't think we need to put much detail into the tail fins because unless I pose it in a way that could show off the tail fin. We could go for a scale version. We could get like some cute seashells and stuff. Yes. Hmm. Trying to think of hair that's good for water. Just move that along a little. So again, I can play with the hair a lot too. Seashells and stuff, right? Let's look at seashells. Oh, I could put no, because I was gonna say I could put loads of pretty colours in the hair to make mermaid hair. But also her hair's black and white, so I can't. What about the jellyfish haircut? How does that look? Could give her a jellyfish cut. It mostly looks kind of like short hair and then the longer cut, right? Let's make it a little flatter in those areas. And then it has like the longer parts underneath. And then you need to style it. Even with a jellyfish cut. I feel like it's an appropriate haircut for a mermaid given the name, right? Got your Galaxy. Galaxy's hair. Wait, she could cosplay as Galaxy. She could. We could put plenty of cosplays in. And Saran, wait. What is Eden's Law? She's an alien? I need to have an explanation right now. I thought she was a spirit too. She's she's an alien. She naturally has the white skin. That's why when she opens her mouth, it's shades of blue. And when she blushes, it's like shades of blue-gray. Is because like her skin and her blood are not the different color. Her pigmentation is like gray and white. Her hair does grow in the two-tone, and her eyes do look like that. She used to travel a lot, galaxy-wise, and I can get to why the AUs here are also relevant. But she used to travel galaxy-wise. She travels with Poppy, who's like a big plant creature. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so when she discovered Earth, she learned what mimes were. And that's why she likes the mime motif so much, because she's like, wait, that looks kind of like me, that resonates with me. So she really likes the mimes, and that's why she likes wearing stripes and stuff. Um, the star and moon motif is just hers. She just has them a lot because she likes celestial. She used to travel. She's basically like a nomad. She just travels a lot. She enjoys traveling. I'm like, I don't know how long I should yap. We're nearly at the end of, 10 minutes, like less than 10 minutes on the stream. Tagonki recently on the Amtrak train line from Detroit to Chicago, the train broke down with zero power, multiple hours. I would have been so pissed if that happened to me on the day of the Ado concert. Oh my god, imagine you missed the Ado concert for that. Oh, I'd be devastated. What if we had like beads into her hair too here to make the jellyfish cut a little bit more literal with the jellyfish? I think that could be cute. Seashells, probably. But yeah, Eden can travel. She travels galaxies. She knows. She originated in like, well, her first appearance with it was with my Cornelius Onion OCs. Was her first appearance. Like some muscles, maybe? And she has appeared in Jack and Colby. She is one of the few characters that I have that can travel kind of interdimensionally and galaxy wise. The idea is if there is a whole universe, which is this box, all of my characters are in here somewhere in a planet, but it doesn't mean they know each other. Like, this might be my original comics, and then this might be Jack and Colby, and then this might be where, like, my retro stuff is, but they don't necessarily know each other. But they're in the same universe. You can, in theory, travel. I have limited characters who can teleport, and I have limited characters who can access interdimensional, like portals. They're hard to access. You have to travel manually. Jack and Colby, there is a river, and if you swim down in, not a river, a lake, there's a lake where they live, and if you swim down into the lake, you resurface again, but you resurface in the same lake in an alternative timeline. That would be one of your hints as to what we're doing here. And there are very few people with access to that kind of powers. One of them is a being that has actual control over that, and he is a jerk. He is called Magic Jerk Guy because people just call him that because he won't give out his name, and he uses his powers of omnipotence and the ability to just snap his fingers and do what he wants to be a jerk. He does it to inconvenience you. He does it to ruin your day. He doesn't care. He kind of logically has a sister, and he just steals her sandwiches when she's on her lunch break. He ignores her. He could do so much worse, but it just makes her so angry that she'll just turn around and see a hand stretching through a portal taking her lunch. And that's pretty much the most he does to bother her because he thinks it's funny. He doesn't even want the food. Um, yeah, they have different access, and like different characters have different access to those things. I just it's limited because I don't want them all to be OP, and they have their own restrictions when it comes to that sort of thing too. What kind of jewelry would you put on a mermaid? Seashells, probably. Pearls, seashells. Those will be pretty to colour in, actually. Like a couple of pearl or like, oh, some seashells. There's a certain type of crab literally drills holes in seashells to kind of eat the mollusk or whatever's inside of it. You could so make mermaid jewelry out of that. Wait, we can make it cooler. We can make it shark teeth. Sorry, that's so crazy. I thought she was a spirit Jack and Colby befriended on their adventures, but this is not what I expected. She's must be incredibly powerful. I'm scared now. See, that's the thing. She's not. Eden's kind of like a regular girl. It's more Poppy who is the ambiguous one on that regard. Poppy's quite calm in appearance, but like he can be a lot more threatening, and he's the one that has more of the abilities to travel. He's the one that kind of helps them do that. And she's kind of just like a regular girl, like you or I. That's why she looks so human. So she's naturally got these pigments and stuff, and she's a lot less alien. I've got loads of alien creatures, and they're like bug-like or reptilian-like and crab-like, alien-like. They look like aliens, whereas Eden is very humanoid. But it's meant to be because she's meant to be very much like a person. She is just chilling. She does need oxygen. She does need food, water, and to sleep like a normal person, you know? I was Googling something. Ah, shark teeth. It's like she's not powerful. She just kind of like travels around, and then Poppy's her friend. So she learn access. She knows things is probably a better way to describe that. So she would be able to like guide you, so to speak, a little bit more, but she just mostly travels. She likes to be traveling around. This shark teeth are like serrated more. That looks more like a hammerhead tooth. No, more like a sand tiger tooth. Tiger shark. Oh, she's been in a tiger shark hoodie before. We can do that. Tiger shark teeth are a little bit more like that. Tooth necklace, much cooler. But she has the jellyfish theme. I wonder how we could make some sort of jellyfish theme on like a tank top or something. Because I'm torn between make it look cute and like jellyfishy, or make it look like something you could actually find naturally. Master Blaze, I thought it was the other way around, to be honest, that Eden was the one with the traveling power and Poppy was just along for a ride. Yeah, plot twist. Looking at pictures of jellyfish. This person has a jellyfish umbrella. That's so cute. What a jellyfish umbrella. Wait, what if we could, if we do something like this as like part of a top, and then I can add details like that, and then it looks kind of like a moon jellyfish, like a shawl, but it's a moon jelly. And then she's got the jellyfish hair, and then whatever we do at the waistline, like a little mermaid. I can probably build more on that. Like just adding shinies and seashells. I think more trailing things. 'Cause it's a bit simple. I think the winner for me personally, my favorite, I don't know, I think the coffee shop you want is actually pretty cute. I do think the final girl one's pretty cool. You do need to develop these more. I need to make sure I've got 10, and then I need to make sure that I've got colors. And then, you know, we're gonna have some cool, fun animations going on with these. But you can essentially take these as potentially canon. She's lost. She doesn't, she's lost. Saran, I'm happy you were able to do Mermaid. She looks adorable. I'm glad I gotcha. Brother, I'm a woman. Huh? You got brothered? Plot twist lagged. Oh no! Not for Nisty though. You guys too? Well, I basically said the plot twist is that though she's really outgoing and the loud one and like the one that does a lot of the action, and then Poppy's just kind of looming in the background and quiet and reserved. Yeah, the plot twist is the roles there are kind of like reversed in theory. He's more threatening than she is. He just doesn't look it. Anyway, we are at the end of the stream. We've made it to the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for joining. It's been really fun talking to you all. I should probably take a little screenshot of all of the AU like tropes we've got so far. Oops, questions. Let me just get a screenshot before it disappears. So thank you all for joining the stream. The ranking monarchs today, we've got Nisty, who has swiped the monarch, number 1 Yapper. We have the heir to the throne, Carson, number 2 Yapper, and Astroblaze, you finished as the knight. Well done. Thank you everyone else that's joined today, including Bagoki, Mochi, Agent Jimmy, Galaxy, what was your name? You changed it, I think. Saran, Squeaky, Skelly, Fry Glitch earlier today. We had someone from The Incredibles, Muruki, Night Watcher, Venom Shank. What was it? It was Gamma Jack, wasn't it? Gamma Jack. Somebody came in asking about pineapples on pizza. And I think early stream there was somebody else in there too. I just can't remember your username. But thank you all for joining the stream. It's been lovely talking to you all and making some fun AUs. Hopefully we'll get some more done next time. Depending, the streaming schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. UK time, depending on where you are. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Have a great day or sweet dreams. Bye bye.